Good morning. Okay, today we are going to see plant physiology. In plant physiology, the very first chapter, the two chapters are already deleted, transport in plants and mineral nutrition. Okay, that chapter is deleted, so this is the first chapter, photosynthesis in higher plants. This is very important. Okay, so first we are going to see the introduction. The introduction page which is given in your NCERT. Okay, we are going to see the introduction part. So in the first introduction they have given the importance of photosynthesis. Importance of photosynthesis. So I'll ask you one basic question. There are two different classification in the entire world. One is producer, another one is consumer. One is producer, another one is consumer. Okay, what is producer, what is consumer? Producers are the one which act as a source of food or the source of food. Consumers are going to consume the produced food. Okay, so producers will produce the food, consumers will consume the food. So here we are going to see the production process. We are going to see production process. For the entire universe, the plant in the earth, if we take, the plants are the only source. Okay, all the animals either directly or indirectly they dependent on plants. Directly they dependent on plants. So here we are going to focus what the plant is dependent of. Okay, we know that all the consumers are dependent on plants, but what the plant is dependent on, what are the basic things the plant require to produce food. So for that, first we are going to see what is photosynthesis. First, synthesis. The word synthesis means formation or production. Synthesis means formation, yes or no? We have learned some other term also in the last chapter, the word genesis. Genesis means formation. Genesis means formation. Same, synthesis also meaning formation. Formation with the help of light or from the light. That is called photosynthesis. Photo means light. Photo means light. From the light. So this is what here I have written. From the light energy, the plant will make some organic compounds. The plant will make organic compound. For example, what will be the organic compound made by the plant? Example, organic compound. Okay, first you say me, what is this light energy? What is the source of light energy? Sun. Yes. So the source of light energy, we can say sun. So first, plant takes the help from sun. Yes or no? So plant is dependent on sun. We can say like that. Plant is dependent on sun. We are dependent on plant, but plant is dependent on many things. In that, first is sun. So from the sun, it is going to take some energy. It is going to take some energy. So to produce food, plant require energy. That energy they are taking from sun as a light energy. They are taking the energy in the form of light. That's why we are calling it as a light energy. Okay, so now this light energy is used to produce some organic compounds. What is the meaning of the word organic? Natural. Okay, no chemicals. Okay, see, organic here in biomolecules chapter we will learn organic and inorganic compounds. So organic, in the simple term I will tell you, carbs. Yes, carbohydrate and proteins. Next, what else? Yes, lipids. Okay, in simple terms, nucleic acids. These are all the example for organic compounds. Okay, so here the plant will produce carbs also, protein also. Okay, for example, suppose morning if you are eating rice. Okay, rice if you are eating, or you are eating idli dosa, that is a source of carbohydrate. You have taken from the plants, right? Idli, dosa, சாப்பாடு எல்லாமே பிளான்ட்ல இருந்து தான் வருது. That is carbohydrate. இப்போ அந்த இட்லிக்கு வந்து நம்ம ஒரு தால் வெச்சுக்கிறோம் அப்படினா தால் is a source of protein. That is a protein. That protein also derived from plant. That also derived from plant. So we can, so that's why they are not saying only glucose. இங்க வந்து ரொம்ப வந்து light energy வந்து glucose அப்படினு டைரக்டா அவங்க சொல்லிருக்கலாம். But they didn't say. They are saying organic compounds. In NCERT if you check, they are saying the light energy is used to produce organic compounds. Reason, the organic compounds, the word is the umbrella term. Below that you can add many other compounds. Okay, so here proteins and carbs. So we are calling this process as a, it is neither called as chemical or physical. So it is a physico-chemical process. It's a physico-chemical process. Why we are calling this a chemical process? Because you can see the atmospheric CO2. The atmospheric CO2 will be fixed in the form of C6. Okay, H12. O6. It will be fixed in the form of C6H12O6. Where this hydrogen coming from? Hydrogen from water. Hydrogen from water. So we can say that some chemical conversion has happened in the plant. Something internally, it has converted some one chemical form to another form. So we are calling it as a chemical process. Why it is physical process? Because it is using light energy, air, atmospheric oxygen, yes or no. So it is a combination of both physical and chemical. That's why it is a physico-chemical process. Okay, this is what in introduction they have given in the first few lines. Photosynthesis is a physico-chemical process. Point number 1. This can be a question. Photosynthesis is a physico-chemical process, and next it converts light energy, or it uses the light energy to produce some organic compounds. Yes. Okay. Second, they are saying that they are glorifying the photosynthesis. Okay, the NCERT is glorifying photosynthesis by saying that it is basis of all life. Photosynthesis தான் வந்து எல்லா லைஃபுக்குமே ஒரு பேசிக்கான ஒரு விஷயம். அது இல்லைன்னா யாருமே இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. இதுதான் பேசிஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. அப்போ அவங்க சொல்றதுக்கு ஒரு ரீசன் இருக்கணும் இல்லையா, வேலிடான ரீசன் இருக்கும். அவங்க 2 ரீசன் கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் அப்படிங்கிற ப்ராசஸ் தான் எல்லா லைஃபுக்குமே பேசிஸ். இது இல்லைன்னா மற்ற லைஃப் இல்லைன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு வேலிடா 2 ரீசன் சொல்றாங்க. அவங்க சொல்ற ரீசன் இருக்கட்டும், நம்ம என்ன ரீசன் சொல்லலாம்? ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் தான் பேசிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கு. What we can say from our side?
Because of photosynthesis only food is provided for plant, ma'am.
For plant.
So the consumers can also get.
Okay, food for both plant and consumers. Okay, next.
Carbon dioxide and oxygen balance.
Very good. Balance, CO2 and O2 balance. Next. Okay, I have one more doubt. The plant requires O2 or CO2? Actually, plant requires what? Then plant no need O2. Plant doesn't require O2.
It takes from water.
It takes from water. O2. Very good. See, daytime it needs CO2. During the daytime, the plant requires CO2. The same plant, night time it will do respiration. Daytime photosynthesis, night time respiration. How? But we all the time we are doing only respiration. All the time, 24/7 we are doing respiration. If respiration stops, then our life stops. Okay, so we are doing only respiration, so we are always dependent on oxygen. But plants, they are doing respiration only during night time. So night time they need oxygen, daytime they are doing photosynthesis, so they need CO2 during daytime. Plants need both CO2 and O2. So we can say that balance between these two gases, and we'll see how it is going to balance CO2 and O2. Okay, any other answers? Why the photosynthesis is considered to be the basis of life? They are not even saying that plant is basis of life. They are not talking about plant. They are talking about a process. Okay, they are talking about the machinery. They are saying that this process is basis of life. Anyone can do that. Even you in future, if you are inventing a technology, you can have some pigment in your body, and if you can do photosynthesis, then you are the basis of life. Okay, here they are talking about the process, photosynthesis. Okay, so point number 1, it is basis of life. Which is basis of life? So here I can write it as photosynthesis. Okay, the first reason is food source, the primary source of food. Primary source of food. Why they are saying primary source of food? Suppose if you are saying, ma'am, I am not dependent on plant, I always eat non-veg. Okay, எனக்கு வந்து பிளான்ட் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்ற அவசியமே கிடையாது. நான் வந்து எப்பவுமே சிக்கன், மட்டன், ஃபிஷ் இந்த மாதிரி நான் வந்து பிளான்ட் நம்பியெல்லாம் நான் கிடையாது. நான் எப்பவுமே நான்வெஜ் தான் சாப்பிடுவேன். ஆடு மாடு தான் பிளான்ட்லாம் சாப்பிடும், நான்லாம் சாப்பிட மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னு நீ சொன்னால் கூட you just think the animal you are eating. Suppose for example mutton, if you are eating goat, the goat consumes what? Grass. So indirectly you are taking plant. Yes or no? You may not directly eating the plant, but the goat consumes plants. After that you are consuming a goat. Illa ma'am, na chicken mattum da sapiduven. Then you check the hen. What the hen is going to eat? Grains. Okay, so if you are eating only chicken, then also we know that hens also going to consume some grains. Grains also once again derivative of plants. Okay, so it is a primary source of food for all. Okay, so directly or indirectly. Second is It helps in the release of O2. It helps in the release of O2. Here, oxygen is the byproduct of the plant as a result of photosynthesis or respiration. In which process O2 is released? Photosynthesis or respiration? We are learning about photosynthesis. It's the first chapter. The second chapter only we are going to learn about respiration. So, in the photosynthesis, the output is oxygen. In photosynthesis, plants are going to use carbon dioxide. They are going to release oxygen. Okay. So, here the release of O2 and the source of food. Because of these two reasons, we are considering photosynthesis as the basis of all life. Okay. Next, this is what given in the introduction part. Next is 13.1. What do we know? Okay, what do we know? Now, what you know as a students, plant la vandu photosynthesis nadakano appadina enna raw materials thevapodum. You say by yourself, what are the raw materials needed by the plant to do photosynthesis? Okay, I can write here. First is sunlight. Second is carbon dioxide, water. That's it, for photosynthesis. You forgot the very main thing, important thing you forgot. Huh? Okay, chlorophyll pigment, okay. Pigment. The green pigment. Okay, next. I have one doubt in that also, whether it is chlorophyll or chloroplast. Sure. Okay, we'll see in the next class what is the difference between chlorophyll and chloroplast. Chlorophyll and chloroplast. We'll see that. But just as far as now, I am saying chloroplast is an organelle. It's an organelle. It's an organ of a cell. But chlorophyll is the pigment present in the organelle. Okay. So, chlorophyll is a pigment. It's a smaller thing, but it is an organelle. Inside the chloroplast, we have many chlorophyll. Okay. Okay. Next, the main important thing, not it has come from your mouth. The main important thing needed by the plants. What is that? What is that? You think, I think some batch have planted some plants outside, right? Okay, soil. Okay, why soil we need? You have come almost near to the answer, but why soil? Very good, minerals. They need nutrition. They need nutrition. Okay, without nutrition, how they will use, how they will manufacture the food. Very important thing is nutrition. They are the source of nutrition. There is no doubt in that. But they do need nutrition. Okay, they also need nutrition. So, the fifth one is what? Nutrition. So, here are some experiments. In Ncert, they have given 2 experiments. The very first experiment is variegated leaf experiment. Variegated leaf experiment. What is the meaning of the word variegated? It's very simple. Variegated meaning is dried. Is that correct? What is the meaning of the word variegated? If you would have read Ncert, you would have answered. What is the meaning of the word variegated? Okay, no problem. I'll say it's a partially covered. It's a partially covered leaf experiment. It is also called as partially covered leaf experiment. So, if you want today, you can try. Even you can try at your home. You can take one leaf and you are going to cover the leaf partially. Okay. If you are going to cover the leaf partially, then you are going to block something for that leaf. Yes or no? What you are going to block? You are going to block the sunlight for the leaf. Okay. So, outside in our ground, we can do that experiment. Today we are going to block or cover the half of the leaf. We are going to cover the half of the leaf with something, some cloth or black paper. Okay. We can take any kind of material and we are going to cover this. This is very simple experiment, but it is given, so we have to study. And this will be exposed to both are exposed to sunlight. Both are exposed to sunlight. Now, the part which is covered will not receive sunlight. Yes or no? Here, it will not receive sunlight. Why? Because it is covered. Because it is covered. So, it won't receive the sunlight. Here, this part is not covered. So, obviously, it will receive lot of sunlight. Now, at the end, if you are going to check, here the starch will be present. Here, there is no starch. Here the output, the product you will get here, but you won't get, sorry, you will get here. Here this is 100% okay, but this part, as because you are blocking the sunlight, there is some problem in the production also. There is a problem in the output also. If you are affecting the input, then the output also will be affected. Okay, if I don't teach you good, then your marks also will be affected. Yes or no? Only if the input is good, then only the output will be good. So here, only if the sunlight is allowed freely to the leaves, then only the leaves will perform photosynthesis. Only then only the leaf will perform what? Photosynthesis. Okay, this is the first experiment, variegated leaf experiment. Is it tough? Very simple. You are going to cover the half of the leaf. The leaf which you have covered will not produce starch, whereas the leaf which you expose to the sunlight will produce starch. Very simple. Okay. Second, so here this test is to confirm that whether the plants need light or not. Okay, plant க்கு நிஜமாவே லைட் வேணுமா இல்லையான்றதை நம்ம டெஸ்ட் பண்றோம். எப்படி டெஸ்ட் பண்றோம்? லீவை ஹாஃபா டிவைட் பண்ணி ஒரு ஹாஃப்க்கு சன்லைட் கொடுக்குறோம், இன்னொரு ஹாஃப் ஆஃப் த லீவ்க்கு சன்லைட்டை பிளாக் பண்றோம். இப்போ சன்லைட்டை எங்க கொடுத்தோமோ அங்க மட்டும் தான் ப்ராசஸ் நடந்திருக்கு, கொடுக்கலனா பிளாக் ஆகுது. So we are confirming that yes, sunlight is 100% needed by the plants. That is confirmed in this test. Next is starch test. Okay, same. What is the output and how it is produced? Here in starch test, we are going to check whether CO2 is needed by the plant or not. How much the carbon dioxide is important. So here we are going to take a test tube. We are going to take what? Test tube. In test tube, in a test tube, a piece of cotton. Okay, this cotton is already soaked with KOH. Cotton soaked with KOH will be present in the test tube, and the leaf, half part of the leaf will be exposed to the cotton and the half will remain free. Okay, now what is the property of KOH? The KOH property is to, yes, what is the property? Absorb CO2. This can be a question. It will absorb the CO2. Property of KOH is to absorb the CO2. So what will happen in this area? இந்த ஏரியாவில் இருக்கிற அந்த லீஃப்க்கு CO2வே கிடைக்காது. ஏன்னா அங்கே இருக்கிற CO2 எல்லாத்தையுமே வந்து ஸ்பாஞ்ச் வந்து உறிஞ்சிடும். எல்லா CO2 இந்த KOH வந்து எடுத்துரும். So that leaf will not get CO2. இந்த part of leafக்கு என்ன கிடைக்காது? CO2 கிடைக்காது. ஏன் CO2 கிடைக்காது? This part of leaf will not. Yes, because here the KO2 will absorb the surrounding CO2. KOH வந்து எல்லா CO2 absorb பண்ணிடும். Or directly also we can dip. Because this, it will act as an absorbent. Surrounding la irukra ella air odime react panni, that will take all the CO2. Now CO2 is the input of the plant. CO2 is input of the plant. CO2 plus water. This is the basic equation you are studying from 6th standard. CO2 plus water plus light energy will give C6H12O6 plus oxygen. Very good. Plus oxygen. This is the basic equation. That equation is not balanced. Okay. Simply I have written the basic equation. CO2 plus water plus C6H12O6 plus O2. So here we are going to block this. Okay, if we don't give CO2, very simple, you know that nee CO2 kuduklana adu vandu starch produce pannadu. Okay, when after this experiment, if you test this part, here starch will be present. This will test positive. Then idu positive, starch irukum. Inga vandu negative, no starch. Here no starch. Why no starch? Because all the surrounding CO2 are absorbed by the KOH. Okay, these two experiments are given in the topic what do we know. So here we completed introduction and what do we know. Okay, in the next video we will see some other topics. The continuation of the same chapter we'll see in the next video. Okay, thank you.